Hello guys, welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a voice note that I received, and this is the translation. The translation reads like this. Hello brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? My brother, my story, it goes on like this. I just want to send out a warning to the people who are out there, to your listeners. In your family, if maybe your little sister or if your sister comes to you, then they tell you that there is this man that they are dating. If you find out that this man has a lot of wealth and you cannot trace from where this wealth is coming from, as a family, you need to sit down and please do not let greed enter your hearts, because once you let the spirit of greed to enter into your heart, your relative is going to be used, your sister is going to be used for these rituals. This is what nearly happened to my little sister. Me and my husband, we are working here in South Africa. Whilst we were working here in South Africa, I had this other little sister of mine. I love her so much, Brother Nashi, and whenever I would look at her, I'll say, God, in the exam of life, I have already failed. I could not go to university and I didn't even pass my high school exams. So my little sister is going to be my correction. Here in South Africa, I do not have a great job, but any money that I would get, even when she was still in primary school, I made sure that she got the best education. I even bought a laptop for her. It was quite expensive, Brother Nashi, with the money that I am earning, but it was a sacrifice because she was like the one whom I thought was going to give us hope in life. I said, if she goes to university, if she gets a good job, even my own kids, if I die, then I will know that my little sister, if she has a good job, she will be able to raise my own kids. She was more like an investment to me. This little sister of mine, she then started going to this technical college that is there in Harare. Whilst she was going there, she then met this other guy that she started dating. The guy is also very young. Whilst they were dating like that, one day she told me and she said, dear sister, I do not want to hide this fact from you. I want you to know that here I have someone that I am now dating. Here is his number. He is going to be speaking with you. Please just try to be nice to him. That is how I started speaking with my brother-in-law. When we spoke, Brother Nashi, that was when I asked my little sister, this man of yours, your boyfriend, what kind of a job does he do? Because she had said to me that she had told me that the guy has a lot of money. So I said, if he has a lot of money, does he come from a rich family? Does he have a lot of money because he got some opportunities earlier on in life? Because this is just a small boy, 23 years old, to be wealthy like that. But we could not get a clear answer. That was when my husband then decided to speak with my little sister. She then said, sister-in-law, you need to know that if this man is doing some illegal stuff, Mutora Shanga CID is going to come and take you, and you know that they are going to discipline you so much that you are going to reveal the true source of his wealth. So you need to tell us, we are your family. You need to tell us the truth so that tomorrow when the police will come to investigate, you will be on the safe side. That was when they told us that the boyfriend is a car dealer. He has a lot of dealerships. Sometimes he goes as far as Tanzania getting these luxury cars that he sells off to all of these rich guys. And when my husband heard that his brother-in-law, the one who was dating my little sister, was dealing in cars, he even sat down with me and he said that this is the doings of the Lord, because right now we have been struggling to raise money. You know that we need a car. So what we are going to do is that I will speak with him and I will try to negotiate with him so that he can give us a car, and we'll pay him per month. He will tell us how much he wants us to pay him, because he is like a little brother now to me. He is my brother-in-law. We were so excited, Brother Nashi. Then there was a time when we returned back home. When we returned back home, whilst we were on the bus and at our village, when we are coming from South Africa, the bus, it will just leave us at the main road. Then we'll get another car that will take us deep into the villages. When we got off from the bus was already gone. Then that was when my brother-in-law called, my little sister's boyfriend called, and he said that he didn't want us to go straight to the village, but he wanted us to travel to Harare. We said, but you should have told us, because this bus is going to Harare. Why didn't you tell us that this is what you wanted us to do? But he said that I am going to send someone who is going to come and collect you there. Do not worry. Do not do anything. Stay where you are. Within a short period of time, Brother Nashi, then there was this car. It didn't have any number plates. It was a brand new Fortuner, a beautiful one. You know, those beautiful Fortuners. Brother Nashi, that car came and we loaded everything and we went to Harare. When we went to my brother-in-law's place, when we got out of the car, I even said, there is no way a 23-year-old can own such a big house. Brother Nashi, the house was just too big. It had a lot of rooms. When we got off from the car, my brother-in-law then said that before you go to bed, before you do anything, I want to give you a tour of my house. Brother Nashi, this house, it is too big. It has so many rooms. He was giving us a tour of the house. We were only downstairs when I got tired. When he said, let us go upstairs, and I said, no, I cannot do it anymore. I am tired because the rooms are just too many. Brother Nashi, after we had finished bathing, when he had showed us the guest room where we were supposed to spend the night, after we had bathed, Brother Nashi, we went to bed, but I could not sleep. Throughout the night, I could not sleep. What I will do is that when I was about to fall asleep, then my heart will start beating really fast. Then I would wake up and I would wonder what is going on. When I would look at my husband was snoring, but here and there, what my husband will be doing is that as you will be snoring, then sleep paralysis will actually be affecting him. Throughout the night, my husband was screaming like a little baby, as if there was something that was chasing him in his dream. The next day, before we had gone out, we started speaking as husband and wife, and I said, there is something wrong about this house. There is something wrong about my sister's boyfriend. I do not trust him. Then my husband said, aha, my wife, I want to tell you something. And please do not be angry, because the things that I am about to tell you, you'll think that maybe I am jealous because this brother-in-law of yours is very wealthy. Do not get me wrong. I said, tell me, my husband, what is happening to you? Why were you screaming like that throughout the night? Then my husband said that when he was having this sleep paralysis, what was happening to him was that he would actually see my brother-in-law just standing outside wearing, you know, those red garments that they wear in the red garment church, and he will be holding something like a clay pot or something like that. But this pot that you will be holding, there will be smoke that will be coming out of that pot, and he would follow my brother-in-law, because my brother-in-law will quickly turn around and then come back inside the house. When he would come back inside the house, he will start walking towards the steps so that he will start walking towards the stairs so that he can go upstairs to where his bedroom is. My husband said that each and every time when this nightmare was happening to him over and over again, once he had reached the middle of the stairs, then he would start to transform himself. He would remove that red garment until he was naked. Then he will change. The rest of the body will become like a snake. Then the head was the only thing that was remaining. My husband said that he will start following. My husband said that in his dream, he kept on following my brother-in-law until he would have reached the hallway, and he would see that the snake would have entered this other room at the end of the hallway. When my husband will try to take a look inside that hallway, he will see that the doors. My husband said that when he would try to enter inside that room at the end of the hallway, there is a force that kept on pushing him into that room. Then the snake, that python, will just appear out of nowhere. He would scream, then the dream will start over again. He will find himself outside, hiding behind this other plant. Then my brother-in-law holding that pot that will be filled with smoke. When my husband told me these dreams, I really got scared, Brother Nashi. Then there was something that told me that I was supposed to return back to the village. We spoke with my brother-in-law and my little sister, and we told them that we had to return back to the village. When we were taken to the bus station by my brother-in-law, he gave me money. When I looked at this bundle of money that he gave me, it was a lot. It was a huge sum of money. It was just brand new US dollars rolled together. So I took the money because you know that at the bus station there are a lot of thieves. I said that this money, I do not want it to be stolen. Even my husband said, this money, we can actually use it for a business. So we had to hide this money somewhere that was safe. First, I said to my husband, please take this money, and if you can, place it in your underwear so that it cannot be stolen. My husband said, if there are any thieves that are going to rob us, it is I that they are going to attack first. But as for you, they are not going to attack you. So I took that money. I then unrolled this tissue. Then I placed that bundle of money inside that tissue. Then I rolled the tissue again, and I placed the money underneath my breast in my bra. Then we got onto the bus. This was not during the holiday season. There were not a lot of people at the bus station. We neatly got into the bus. There was no one who spoke with us, and we sat down. When we sat down, Brother Nash, that was when my husband said, you know, my wife, let us count this money so that we can start planning, because already we wanted to see how much money we had so that we can plan for this business that we wanted to start. Brother Nashi, when I removed that tissue that had the bundle of US dollars, I saw the money disappearing before my very own eyes. When we saw this thing and the dreams that my husband had and me failing to fall asleep, once we had arrived home, I then spoke with my father and my brothers, and I said that us coming here, we have been sent by my little sister. She is supposed to come with her boyfriend because they are supposed to pay for her bride price. But I am scared that my brother-in-law is someone who is a ritualist. When we spoke with my mother and my brothers, that was when we decided to go and visit this other white garment prophet. That woman who was assisting us, that prophet, so she started giving us water, each and everyone, the holy water that they use. When she finally reached the place where I was kneeling down, you know what she did, Brother Nashi? She looked at me once and she started laughing. She just laughed at me, and she was really feeling sorry for me. She then gave me that water, the holy water that they use, and I just saw a flash and everything just disappeared. When I woke up, Brother Nashi, there was mud all over my body. I then asked my relatives what had happened to me. They said that you have been possessed by a spirit, and this spirit is a tokoloshi in form of a python. This python was saying that my brother-in-law is the owner, and this python is the one that actually assists my brother-in-law to make his money. Brother Nashi, there are people who do not believe in magic, but witchcraft and magic is there. When I looked at the place where I had been rolling like a snake, I saw that I had actually made some markings, like a snake when it is moving on the ground. You can actually see that this is where the snake has been moving. I saw that marking on the ground, Brother Nashi. From there on, one of my brother, he loves traditional stuff. He said that, yes, we have tried this thing of going to the white garment prophet using the Bible, but now let us try our own African way so that we can be sure. When people are told that the person that your sister is dating is very rich, they just try to find an excuse so that they can be given the bride price. Because my brothers heard that the man had a lot of money, so they wanted him to come and pay for the bride price. That is why they said, let us go to visit a traditional healer. When we went there, Brother Naship, that was when we were told the same stuff. The reason as to why I had felt to fall asleep, it was because God was the one who was protecting me. That python, it was trying to enter into my body so that when we would come to the village, I would actually defend my sister's boyfriend so that he can marry my little sister. Throughout the night, whenever the snake will enter into the bedroom, that is when I will wake up. God will wake me up. Brother Nashi, when we heard this story, we said, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? Then that traditional healer said, worry not, because I am going to give you some charms. These charms that I am going to give you, in our language, we call it chifumuro. In our language, we call it chifumuro. It means expose yourself. If you are a witch, the witch will expose yourself. We were given that you expose yourself charm, and we were told that we were supposed to use it, and when we will be using it, we were supposed to call out the name of my little sister, the one that we had left inside that mansion with her beloved boyfriend. We returned back to our village, Brother Nashi, and the whole family, we were using that expose it charm. And whenever I'll be using that expose it charm, I kept on saying, God, show my little sister what she is marrying. Show her, please, God. A few days later, Brother Nashi, my little sister, she came back home. And she was really scared of everything that she had seen. I asked her, the whole family asked my little sister what had happened to her. That was when she told us her own story. She said that there was this other time when her boyfriend had gone out. The boyfriend had said that he wanted to go and speak with this friend because he wanted the friend to give him more money so that he can completely pay off her bride price. Whilst the boyfriend was gone, that was when my little sister just had this feeling something was telling her to go into the garage. So when she entered into the garage, that thing said, look at the car. Inside that garage, we had seen this other Toyota Fortuner. It didn't have any number plates, a brand new one. It had sort of like a brownish, beautiful color. This car, my little sister had told me that it is not used. It always stays in the garage. But on that day, her boyfriend had said that we are going to use this car traveling to your village. When my little sister looked at that Fortuner that was parked in the garage, the Toyota Fortuner, she saw that the car did not have an engine. But at the place where the engine was supposed to be at, there was a big python, big like as big as an anaconda. Then this big python started getting out of that Toyota Fortuner. She screamed. She said that she screamed out aloud and she started running out of that yard. She ran. She didn't have any shoes. She left her clothes. She left her phone. And she went and she spoke with one of her friends. Her friend was the one who gave her money to pay the bus ticket, and she returned back to the village. So I want to advise people out there that, yes, it is a nice thing when your family member tells you that they are now dating someone that has a lot of wealth, because If you are very poor, you can see this as an opportunity from God to uplift yourself. As for my husband, I even feel guilty because there were many times whenever I would go down on my knees and I will say, God, dear God, please make my brother-in-law to draw my husband closer to him, because I want him to assist my husband to be as wealthy as he is. And I am talking about a 23-year-old boy. And I was actually praying unto God to give us a breakthrough because of this young boy that my young sister was dating. People out there, they need to be very careful. If you meet someone that has a lot of riches and they cannot explain where their riches are coming from, you need to investigate. Never be greedy when it comes to other people's wealth. Oh, dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by our sister. Strange things do happen in this world.